Hey dosers, what's up and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be talking about quotient rule once again, and as the past two videos have stated, it's going to be a little bit harder on this one compared to the other ones before. So let's get right into today's video. So the quotient rule states that if you have a function y is equal to u of x and over v of x, you are both variable functions, meaning they're not constants in general, and they're not just whole numbers, they have a variable attached to them. How do you differentiate? Well, that's very easy to do thanks to the quotient rule as stated over here. So once you have a function y prime would be v times u prime minus u times v prime over squared. Nice and simple, yes? Well, this is where it gets harder. Once you do a question like this. Now, to me, it doesn't seem that hard. It's done a lot of quotient rule questions before. It might not seem that hard. So give it a go. Just pause the video and give it a go, and I'll be revealing the answer and going through it soon. Okay, hopefully you've gone through um, and had a go. If you don't understand this, please do go ahead and watch the first video that I've uploaded on the quotient rule. It'll be in the description below. But in the meantime, let's go solve this question. So as always, whenever we're faced with any differentiation problem, any integration problem in general, we put u is equal to 2 minus x squared, because the top one is u, the bottom one is v of x. So 2 minus x squared is u. V is x squared plus 2 to the power of 2. Yes? Now, what do we do here? Now this is a little bit of an interesting one, isn't it? So to solve this problem here, what we have to do is we have to solve this. Yes? So you have to write u prime and v prime. That's what you have to do. So u prime would be minus 2x, yeah? And v prime would be a little bit more complicated because you have to apply chain rule on top of the quotient rule that we're trying to apply here, because this is a fraction, but to differentiate this v, you have to use chain rule. So let's consider this as u, and then applying chain rule, this should simply to you now. If not, please do go ahead and watch the chain rule 1 and chain rule 2, which is also on my channel, so go ahead and check that out. So to do, you just do it in your head, to be honest, once you become skilled enough and more experienced with it. So this 2 comes down over here, so this becomes 2 times by x squared plus 2, and since we minus 1 stays to the power of 1, but then we have to differentiate the inside 2. Oh, what just yeah, we have to differentiate the inside 2, so this inside differentiated becomes 2x, and then you multiply that to that. So this in general becomes 4x times by x squared plus 2. That is v prime differentiated. Yes? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now that we have v prime differentiated 2, we have to plug in. We have everything we need to plug in now. So we have everything we need to plug in into our quotient rule. So y prime, no, sorry, not y prime, f prime of x will be equal to, the first term is v times u prime. So v, we have x squared plus 2 to the power of 2 times by u prime minus 2x, yeah, minus u times v prime. So u is 2 x squared, if I'm not wrong, yes, 2 minus x squared, times by v prime, which is 4x times x squared plus 2. So 4x times by x squared plus 2. So this is a little bit long, but we're not done yet because we still have the denominator left. Why does this keep on happening? The denominator is what? V squared. So our v was this. This squared would just be to the power of 4. So x squared plus 2 to the power of 4. Nice and simple at the bottom, yeah? Now we have to simplify all this. Before simplifying, we can immediately see that we have an x squared plus 2 here, we have an x squared plus 2 over here, and then we have an x squared plus 2 over here. So immediately what we can do is we can take out an x squared plus 2 and just cancel them out. So once we cancel out one x squared plus 2, this becomes a lot simpler to solve. And in general, it becomes a lot simpler. So it becomes minus 2x And because we've cancelled out one of these, and this is to the power of 2 over here, it becomes x squared plus 2, and it just 1. Yeah? 1 x squared plus 2. Because we've cancelled this out. We've cancelled one of these. This is 3. This is 1, and we cancel it with this one too. So this cancels, and this becomes 3. And then we're rewriting it over here. So minus 2x times by x squared plus 2 minus 2 minus x squared times by 4x. Yeah? Over, because this x squared plus 2 is cancelled out, x squared plus 2 to the power of 3. Yeah. This is our simplified version. You can simplify it even more, but to be honest, you can just leave it as this, unless they ask for it in the question, which I don't think they do. So this is our simplified version, and luckily for you, since it's my last video for this week, I will not be giving you guys homework because I know you guys love doing my homework, but unfortunately, I will not do homework this week. I thought I'd be a little bit generous with my last video for this week. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully, you've understood everything I've explained today. Do check out the description below. It'll have the Canva slides if you want to just go through it again, along with the Quotient Rule Part 1 video. So thank you so much for watching today's video. This is SK signing off.